Alright guys, it's James with Jimmy's RC Speed Shop again. Wanted to kind of give everybody an overview of what we did this weekend when we took some cars out. We got to take out that new Perfect Pass build and do some runs with it. Did really well. We're going to get those videos posted up over the next few days. I think most everybody knows that I'm not a set it in the road and full send it guy. I like to run my cars and check them out and build them up and have fun with them. So they'll be posted in order. First pass is not as fast as the last pass, and that's just the way I like to do it. And I hope y'all enjoy them. But what I wanted to do was kind of go over the car, talk about what we did. If you hadn't seen the build videos, go back and check them out. We'll go over what we've got now, how everything's looking, and those speed run videos, we'll post the first one up, and then maybe the next day or maybe that afternoon I'll post up another one. We did a couple of runs with it. Hopefully get back to the runway again real soon to do some more runs. We had a great day. Had some good passes, had a couple of PBs. It was really a whole lot of fun. Justin did a really fast run with his single motor car. But let's talk about this Perfect Pass car. And thanks Pete Langer did a bunch of t-shirts for me, and I really appreciate that. They're pretty cool. I like the orange. Perfect Pass car. Left the body clear in true RIAARIO fashion. This is all Perfect Pass car, so he leaves all those bodies clear. It makes it a little hard for me to see out in the heat mirages, which you'll see in one of the videos, but it did really well, and I really enjoyed making the passes with it. And we're going to see just how far we can push this car just like it sits. But let's talk about this thing a bit. Again, if you hadn't seen the build videos, you can go back and see some of those and see exactly what we did do as far as internal components or whatnot. Basically it's a 4080 motor, XLX2. It's a 2022 motor. It's one of the first 4080s I just happen to have one of them laying around, and that's what I decided to start with. Perfect Pass springs, Perfect Pass carbon chassis, full carbon chassis out of the first batch. You can see it's got a few marks from the day, which we had a great day. Comes with the air dams as well. We enjoyed that. Also done the bat wing, Roz's bat wing. The extended rear body mount did really well. That's the first time I've used that. And of course the Perfect Pass servo. Basically everything that Perfect Pass does. V2 shafts. We ran the V2 shafts for a couple of passes, and then I did on the last pass switch to the Trident. As Roz has been talking about, the pins, when you get up in the 180s, you start having some pin problems in some cars. So we wanted to kind of put a Trident shaft in there and see how it did for the day. Everything worked out great with both shafts. We didn't have any problems at all. I guess the only thing that's not in here that Perfect Pass does is a Perfect Pass throttle controller. Just like gyros and throttle controllers, it's all about what you like, guys. It's a lot of just about fun. If you like those things and they work for you, that's great. If you don't and you like running without them, that's great too. It's just fun either way. This is a hobby. Go out and run your cars how you want to and have fun with them. If you feel like you need something like that, great. If you feel like you don't, that's great too. Just have fun. Just remember, this is about having fun, and it's a hobby. This isn't a sanctioned sport. We're just having a lot of fun. Grown men with a bunch of toys, and that's the way it should stay. Anyway, the car did really well. Made a couple of really nice passes. Again, we'll post up the slowest pass first, obviously, which was not really that slow. And then another pass. We're nowhere near done. I plan on trying to push this thing as far as I can. I talked to Roz about it and told him where I'd like to see this thing end up, and it's doing really well. So we're gonna keep pushing and see where we can get with it. Also ran some other cars up there this weekend, and I have a couple of other things, projects that I'm working on, and I have one really special project that I want to share that we'll get to in just a bit. I did run the Performance Limitless 908 body again. I posted a pass with it, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago. It went like 173 then. It went faster than that this time, and we'll post that video up and a few other things. And y'all go watch Justin's video as well. He did a really fantastic pass with a single 4080 car. Let's talk about some of the other things that I'm working on. Y'all, let me switch the car here and we'll talk about the next one. All right, guys, this next little car is just something I have not ran this car yet, and I'm not going to do an unboxing video or anything like that. I got set one of these and I want to run it because there's been some crazy fast passes with this thing. Shawn Marsh posted a 175 with this car today, which is just outstanding. I cannot believe how fast that car is going already, or this car. This one is all stock, nothing done to it as of yet. It's not a roller. It came with the factory electronics, and actually I'll probably run them a couple of times just to see how the car does. Came with a battery, motor, everything completely there. I know there's been plenty of people doing unboxings and whatnot. I just want to say this thing is a really cool little car, and I'm real interested in seeing how it's going to do. And so we're going to do this car. I'll probably run it like it is stock, see what it does, and then I'll go crazy and see what I can do with it. Like I say, y'all check out Shawn Marsh's video, because he is killing it with this thing right now. And there's some other guys too. I think there's several guys that are in the 160s with this thing already. This is crazy for a little 10 scale car. So y'all make sure to check out those videos, and y'all keep watching for videos with this car in the future, and we'll just we'll see what we can do with it. I want to do some build videos and show you what goes on, and we'll do one on this car too, just to have something to do. Summer's coming, and our summer's here, and it's so hot that it's really hard to get out and run. And I go to the airport, instead of running my road up here, it's just gotten too dangerous. I can't go any faster than I've been on that road, and so we're just gonna call it on that road, try to find another road that's local. And until then, we'll make a trip to the airport, as long as they'll let us come by and make runs there. I'm gonna just set this thing aside, and I want to talk about another build that I'm doing that's actually in the same scale. Excuse me. Ram Jam Fortec chassis. We're going to build us a Fortec this year. I've had a couple in the past. I wanted to build another one. I seen this chassis. So I talked to him about this chassis and managed to acquire one. And we're going to build a Fortec. Maybe we'll see how fast the Fortec goes next to the RIAARIO. I don't know. We'll see how the builds end up. It's not a competition. It's just doing something different. I can find a place to run these cars, even as fast as they are, a whole lot easier than I can find a place to run my fastest cars now. So in order for me to enjoy and continue to enjoy the hobby and stay excited about it, and stay in the community, I'm going to do some of these smaller scale cars, so I can continue to have fun too. I was running every day. If it didn't rain, I was at the road and I was making passes. I'm making passes once every 3 or 4 weeks at this point, until we find another road. And so this is my way of staying excited and being able to do something different. So I'm going to set this aside, and we'll talk about something that to me is just really cool, that I've been working on a good long while. There will be some videos coming. We as in me and my family, because they put up with me, kind of been doing this thing for a while. I've worked with a few different companies and got some stuff going, and we want to start showing this thing off. Y'all stick with me and we'll talk about it. All right, guys, I got all this switched out, so let's talk about the next thing. A few months ago, I don't remember, 3 maybe, I'm working on a different project, but I had a piece of carbon and I was looking at it and I said, man, that looks like a Limitless chassis. Done some measurements and lo and behold, it was long enough to do what I wanted to do. So I said, I'm going to build a super stretch Limitless, which I did. And it's done really well. It's been out a few times. The first time out, it made it all the way up to 184, which as far as I know is the fastest open wheel car. It's been doing really well. We've made a few passes with it. I haven't taken it as much as I'd like to, but you know, I make the trip up there and it's hard to take you know, too many cars on a 5-hour trip, and then you can't focus on any one particular thing if you take too many. But the car's done really well, and I really built it and used it as a test bed to test a few things that I wanted to do and see what it was capable of being a long car like that. So I done that, and basically a proof of concept for a few things, if you will. And what I've came up with and what I've done, you know, I talked to David at Scorched after he seen this car, and we talked, and he said he could make me a chassis for what I was wanting to do, which he did, and I appreciate that, David. And so let's talk about the new car. There'll be some runs coming real soon. There'll be we'll probably do some sort of build video, but this is going to be pretty much it. You'll be able to see everything that's here. You know, I want to I got a few cars I want everybody to see what's going on, to get excited about it, and it keeps me excited about it, guys. You know, I do this, like I said just a minute ago, this is a hobby for me. You know, I work, you know, 6 and 7 days a week. I work, you know, 8 to 12 hours a day, and all I do is work on cars. Yeah, my wife, I tell her that I'm tired of dealing with cars, and she said, that's kind of crazy. You work on cars all day. You come home, you eat dinner, and you watch them build cars on TV, or you go out into that damn shop and you come in at 1 o'clock in the morning after working on your cars. So it's kind of all I do. You know, got motorcycles, got Jeeps. It's all it is. I'm just a motorhead, so to speak. So with all that said, I want to start showing you this car, and let's talk about it. Obviously it's scorched. I don't know if you remember, I posted, I think on Instagram, a small picture of the McCoy 01 that David engraved into this chassis for me. Obviously it has a lot of scorched parts on it. The new scorched hubs. It actually has raw springs on it. Raw, there's that servo that I told you I was putting in a special project, and there it is. I didn't tell you what the project was, but I did want to make sure I mentioned you when I showed this. I'm running the raw springs, of course, with scorched hubs, trident shaft, scorched motor mount. There's two 4080s in this case. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to end up with in this car, but it's definitely going to start with the 4080s. Then we get on back, the two first ESCs, and then the second set of motors and the second set of ESCs. Obviously it's scorched rear, scorched hubs. I actually have a trident shaft in the rear, completely unnecessary, but it looks really cool and I love that shaft, so I put it all the way through. Center shaft is something that I've made myself. This thing is a beast. It's a monster. I'm looking forward to making some runs with it. If you notice, it's not perfectly clean right now, and that's because just 2 days ago I had it at the strip just to do a couple of just running back and forth runs. You know, did a short, real short half power run, just 1,000 foot, just to see how it does, to find anything that I might need to address because this is going to be a very heavy car with all the batteries that it takes. It's going to be a very expensive car, and I am certainly not going to send it down the road and destroy something that I put this much time into. So the videos will come as they come, and we'll just see how far and how fast it goes. I have a goal in mind. I would love to see a real 250 mile an hour RC car. I don't want to just talk about it. I want to go out and do it, and that's my plan at this point. But I kind of wanted to go over this car a little bit. Obviously, it's massive, it's heavy. You can see the dust on the bottom from the runs this weekend. Like I say, just a couple of quick little passes, nothing, not even nowhere near a full pass at this point. I spent a lot of time running my other cars, and like I was saying earlier, you can't, you know, I took like 6 cars this time, and there's no way to get there in the morning, do all you want to do with 6 cars, and drive 5 hours back home to get up and go to work the next morning, because you can't take too many days off, you know. So it's going to take time, and I'm going to take the time. The body that I'm running on it, everybody will see in the first video. It's a really cool body. Not going to tell a whole bunch about it right now, but it will be some pictures of it and everything coming up on the videos over the next, you know, few days to a week. Did want to talk about a couple other things, just, you know, just stuff about the car. One, you know, a lot of guys talk about this is my master ESC and this is my slave ESC. Well, you know, really and truly, they're all doing the same work, but we're using that master ESC to power the receiver and the servo. For me, I feel like that's a massive mistake with a dual motor car, or a quad motor car in this case. The reason is, if that ESC goes, you have nothing. You've got nothing. You got no steering, you got no brakes, and this is way too expensive to send it like that. So I wanted to, you know, throw this out there for people to see, because I'd use this in my dual motor cars too, in my fast cars. I run a servo pack, you know, or a receiver pack, whatever you want to call it. It goes in, I got a little extension wire, and I tape this thing right here with Gorilla Tape and plug it in the receiver. And no matter what ESC is doing what, none of them feed, the BECs and none of these are being used. Only this battery here. It's 6.6 volts, so it's plenty of voltage for the servo. It's more than enough for the receiver. So if this ESC, which you're calling your master ESC, goes bye-bye, then you still got brakes with 3 other ESCs. The chances of all of this affecting everything is even slim to none. You know, sometimes a ESC goes out and it burns up a receiver as well. But you know, a lot of times that's because there's a power wire that's between the two. So you get that surge. Well, you cut that out. There's no power wires anywhere. So this powers all of it. And this one battery ran this car and all my other dual motor cars for the whole day, and still has plenty of power. So it's not something that you got to worry about charging up another battery. This is just a Electron Pro life battery. I like the life batteries. It's the same battery I use in my radio, but you don't have to worry about having an ESC go and not having anything. You got steering. Even if you use this on a single motor car, you still got steering to hopefully maybe scrub off some speed if you blow something, or steer the car someplace where it's not going to run into somebody if that's the situation, whatever it is. And I just throw that out there because, you know, I didn't talk about it in any of the build videos, so I kind of wanted to throw it into this video real quick and let you know. A lot of guys, we all used to do this a long time ago, and I think a lot of people have gotten away from it. But you know, when you're running multiple stuff, you got a car that's going to be 45-50 pounds with batteries in it. This thing is toady, guys. This thing is heavy, and you can't let this car get away. You know, you gotta make sure you got some kind of control over this car, and you'll be able to stop it. So if this master ESC goes by, there's 3 others that still have power, still have signal, and the receiver will still be powered so that you can brake on any of those. Now, granted, if you blew a couple of them, it wouldn't be great for the other ones to have to stop something so big, but it's a whole lot better than that car just going right off the end of a runway or a road and traveling on, or running through wherever places that it shouldn't. But anyway, that's that part of it. Just kind of wanted to show a little bit about what's going on. Like I say, 4080s for now. Not sure if that's where I'm going to stay. Probably don't even need that much. I guarantee you that this car is going to be insanely fast, even if I put 4070s or even 4050s in it. This thing is crazy. 4060s, whatever. I don't really know. I want to see. There's no sense in overpowering the car and having more power than you can put to the ground, or that the wheels can handle. You know, the wheel hexes, which we're going to, I've got them now from Avery and Mitch at M2C. The same hubs that David runs on his, the bolt-on hubs, just for a little bit more reassurance. I've not really had a big problem with stripping hexes, and I've not had a whole lot of problem with any of that type of thing, but obviously this car could potentially cause all those problems by itself. I appreciate y'all watching all the videos. I really do. You know, that's what got me excited. You know, I got the runway, and it really just kind of gave me an opportunity to build a couple of cars that are way faster than my road here. You know, I was at 204 on this road over here, and that's really, you know, I can make 202, 203, 204 passes on a regular basis. But that was it, and that was all the road I had completely. You know, many times I went and got a car because it got to that little roll in the road where I just couldn't see it good enough to get it back. Now, this runway, I've got, you know, 1,000 other feet or more feet that I can use, that I can see. I can't see a whole bunch further than that. And so I took that opportunity to build a couple of cool cars and wanted to share them with everybody and show you what's going on in them. So, you know, we got the truck, the infraction truck. I'm going to take it back up, I think, on the next trip. 180 mile an hour truck, and you know, I want to see if that thing can make it into the 190s. The same with this open wheel car. I'd like to see if I can coax this car with the lack of downforce that it has in its limitless type configuration, meaning, you know, the front end and the body, and basically a open wheel limitless, even though it's stretched. I want to see if there's a way to coax that car to pick up that other 6 miles an hour and hit the 190, because I think that'd be super cool to have that car into the 190 range, have the truck into the 190s, and see if this car can make it to the 250 mark. You know, that's a goal. There is one more car coming that I am overly confident will easily do the 250. It's a huge project that I'm working on. It is no rush. It probably will not come out until the fall. But make sure you subscribe. You know, do the bell smash so you can see when some new videos is coming up. Because I want to do some build videos this summer, and be able to have, if I can get this to work out, I want to be able to do some, you know, over the winter, and maybe keep us occupied. I know all of us get bored as heck, you know, over the winter time, because we're just like trying to build stuff and trying to figure out things. We'll do some of these together and have some fun. You know, obviously we got the perfect pass car that's done really well. You'll see that in the videos over the next couple of days. Got the blacked out car, that's at 222. The new body from Performance Limitless, the 908 body is what I'm running now. That body, you know, I say with 173 was where it was at. It's not at 173 anymore. So y'all watch the videos and you'll see where it ended up. We've got the RIAARIO that we're going to do. Maybe I'm saying that right, I don't know. we have the Ram Jam 4-Tech we're going to do, which is, I'm really excited about that. I've had several 4-Techs. This will be the first time I do a carbon build 4-Tech, and I want to see, with the technology that we have now available, just what we can do with it. You know, that's the thing, is a lot of the things that were done, you know, Nick Case's 202 was done with top of the line stuff at the time, but we're so far past all that now that I believe if he came back and took that same car and updated electronics, we would all be crying. And I think it would be I think it'd be awesome. But we'll have some more open wheel stuff out, obviously the trucks, because trucks are actually one of my favorite things, and that's what I started with, and so I'll always keep doing them. I do run them still, I just don't like post a lot of videos, but I'm gonna start doing that. It seems that, you know, when you do speed runs, what most people want to watch is the fastest run, and then if you post something that is really super fast with something else, you know, like the 180 with the truck, it gets a handful of views. But I'm going to keep doing that stuff because I'm not here for that. I'm here to have fun and have a hobby, and I'm finding it even more enjoyable to share the hobby, to help it grow. I know it sounds kind of corny, I guess, in a way, but you know, if you want to have fun at something, you can't do it by yourself. You got to share it. And I've run speed runs by myself since day one, until me and Justin started running together at the runway. And it has been super awesome to be able to chit chat with Justin and go up and have fun, you know, running cars with him. We have a good day, and sometimes we talk on the phone halfway home about how we did and what happened. Y'all be sure to go check out his channel. I'll put a link in the description on this one. He made a killer 190 pass with a single 4080 car. I mean, that's screaming for that car. It's awesome. So we're gonna get that up there. And I again want to thank Roz for doing the Perfect Pass car with me. I think we can make Perfect Pass proud with what we're going to do with it. Obviously thank RIAARIO for sending me a car out so we can see what we can do with that one. Ram Jam, can't thank you enough for the carbon chassis. I'm looking super forward to that deal. So we're gonna do that. We got obviously the Delta plastic bodies and the Performance Limitless bodies. There's a lot going on in the hobby in the summertime, so it's great. We got new batteries and stuff, you know, everything's always coming around. So we're working with OYNX, trying to make better and better. So we got a lot of things coming. And obviously I want to thank, you know, Thomas at BSR. He's worked with me with tires. We've been trying to work out something, try to find something. Maybe there's something there that we just hadn't got. You know, we're sending tires that are made for dirt track cars to 200 plus miles an hour now. So, you know, that's insane. I'm looking forward to seeing just what we can do. And when that tire solution comes, it's going to be a game changer, because there's a lot of cars that are way faster than we're going right now. And that's kind of being the holdback at this point. We got the power, we got the cars, we got to work on the tires. And then once we get those, we'll have to work on something else. That's what makes it fun, and that's why it's a hobby. All right, guys. Lastly, let's have fun out there. Keep it a hobby. Do what you like to do. Run what you like to run. Run what electronics you like to run. Run your gyro. Run your Perfect Pass throttle control. Run whatever you want. Have fun, and don't worry about what everybody else thinks anyway. Because I personally don't care if they don't like what I'm doing. If they make a nasty comment, I delete it. It just doesn't matter. I don't have to worry about it, because this is my hobby, and I'm going to keep it that way. Y'all do the same. Congrats to all those guys out there making PBs every day. If you need anything, you know, I think most people will let you know. You know, I always try to help anybody I can. Obviously, I get a lot of messages and stuff, so if I don't answer you back within a little while, you know, shoot me another message. I might not have seen it. And I'll help people as long as I can. That's what I like to do. That's what keeps it fun for me. And You know, that's what keeps it exciting. I don't know everything, but if I can help us both learn something, that's good too. So y'all keep watching for new passes with all the cars. Make sure you keep watching for this. I'll post a picture up sometime after this video goes up of this car fully bodied on the runway. It's a wicked looking machine. So thanks for watching, and looking forward to a good long summer of speed runs, and y'all keep enjoying them roads.